Hey, it's Crystal with Train Smart Fitness, and so today I'm going to be talking about some agility and mobility exercises to help keep you mobile and agile while you're pregnant. A lot of times what starts happening is your hips and your glutes and your pelvic area just start to get really jacked up for a word that I can't think of anything better to say for it. So they start to get really tight, immobile. We start to have a lot of issues with them. So these exercises right here are really great to just keep everything kind of moving and will help you not only strengthen but keep the mobility in your lumbopelvic hip region area. So the first one that we're going to do is a plank with a step through, right? So you're going to be in a plank position. And so if this is too much for you to do, you can always just drop down to your knees. You can start right here, right? So we're going to be in a plank position. You're going to step through, trying to bring your foot up as far out to the outside of your hand as possible, right? And you're trying to keep your spine as long as you can. This is going to get into your glutes, into your hips, all of that good stuff, right? And you push it right back. So if you have it down on your knees, you're here, and you would just step through and get that nice good stretch. Another version, if you want to add on to this, which I think is really awesome to open up your hip flexors and whatnot, same thing, you'd be either on your knees or on your toes. You step through, and then you're going to drop that back knee down as well and lift the arms up. From there, you're going to drive your hips forward, and you're going to start to feel in the front of your hip, on the side of where the leg is extended back, you're going to feel that hip flexor open right up. And so you drive forward and engage those shoulder blades back, and you get a stretch all down the front of that hip. So again, to show you from another angle, I'll open it up so you can see this one. So we start up either in that tabletop or that plank, whatever you feel comfortable with. You step through, and again, if your knee was down there, it'd already be there. Otherwise, you come up, lift the arms up, engage the shoulder blades, shrug the shoulders down, and then drive forward with the hips so that you feel that hip flexor, right? And then you would drop back down and do the same thing on the other side. Step through, drive up, ease into the stretch. Make sure you're easing into it, that you're not going fast through those movements until you're definitely warmed up and comfortable enough. You kind of have to feel it out, listen to your body, see how it feels, especially if you've never done this before. So the next exercise, I'm going to grab onto a lighter weight. You can grab onto a medicine ball, you can grab onto a jug of water, you can do it with nothing as well. It's going to be a lateral lunge with a wood chop. So I'm going to take the weight in two hands over my shoulder, and I'm going to start with my feet together. I'm going to step out to the side as far as I can. Excuse me. I want to keep my toes forward, and I am going to reach down towards the outside of that foot. So I'm getting a little bit of a twist. So I start facing up a little bit over my shoulder. I'm turned towards that angle, and I'm coming down and turning towards that angle, right? And I sit right in there. So again, I'm pretty far in my pregnancy, I have a big belly. I can sit comfortably because my belly stays in the middle, and I'm loaded into this heel and into this glute back here. And then I'm going to come right back up, bring it right back over my shoulder. So I'm going to chop it down, keep the toes pointed forward, bring it right back up. Chop it down, bring it right back up. Again, depending on how you're feeling, 8 to 15 will be a good rep range to do. And then you would do the same thing on the other side. The third exercise is going to be windmills. Actually, we need this again. So windmills are great for your core, great to open up your hips, good for mobility, right? A lot of core strength, a lot of shoulder stability. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to have one light weight into my hand. Again, you can do this without any weight whatsoever as well. So take it to a level that is comfortable for you. You're going to put your hand up, palm faces forward, right? Like you're doing a basic shoulder press. It's going to stay locked out and stable in there, right? So try not to let the arm go forward. You want it straight up overhead, reaching to the sky. The opposite foot is going to open up just a little bit so it's pointed out away from your body. And then you're going to slide down your leg, shooting your butt back so that your hips open right up, so you get a nice stretch in your inner thigh, and you're getting a stretch and activation in through those obliques. I'm going to slide down as far as I can, reaching towards the floor, noticing that my shoulders are stacking one over top of the other and my chest is nice and open. Then I'm going to squeeze up, engaging my core and reaching up to the sky. Same thing again. You reach down as far as you can. My hips are driving back, so it allows me room to go down, and then I drive right back up. Same thing, depending on what level that you're at and what kind of weight that you're using, you want to get about 8 to 15 reps on each side. So I would do my 8 to 15, and then I would switch, open up my other hip, put my arm up, and do the same thing on that side, making sure that I'm nice and evened out. Again, if you feel anything that's uncomfortable, obviously stop what you're doing and listen to your body. If you are a high-risk pregnancy, you should always be talking to your doctor first, but for most normal pregnancies, especially if you've been active or doing anything, you could do some sort of version of one of these exercises that will work for you and work your way into it. It's going to keep you healthy, mobile. It's going to help have an easier pregnancy as far as not getting tight, not getting muscles all jacked up and everything else like that. So if you have any questions, please just post them below. I would love to answer them and talk to you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.